Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today we're going to talk about Cardano and its native token, ADA. We are going to be talking about the continued consolidation above $1. If you guys like the content, please subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also check out the Telegram channel, which you can find a link to in the description below. We are almost at 300,000 subscribers, so I would appreciate it if you guys could help me get there. Let's go ahead and jump in. So I've had some fun with you guys recently, trolling with ADA price prediction end of year on the community tab with 30,000 votes, and the options that I gave are $1.17, $1.18, $1.19, $1.20, and $1.21. And the reason why I do this is just sort of kidding around that is sort of turned into a stable coin recently, right? This is a general narrative going around, and I like how people still participate, and a lot of people just put the highest option they can or the lowest option they can. So you see the ADA bears continuing to just put the lowest option, and then the ADA bulls just put the highest option. And I saw similar results on Twitter as well when I put out a similar poll. So we just want to look at the ADA valuation, and I do think that consolidation above $1 is actually really encouraging. I mean, if you look at this, so if we draw a line at $1, which was a huge milestone not that long ago, and if it went to $1 again, people would probably be super bearish. But look at this. I mean, this is just really great consolidation above $1 over the last couple of months. I mean, since February, right? Since February. And you know, we've more or less just been range bound here. And I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Again, if you go back to the prior cycle, we were only above $1 for a very short period of time. I mean, these are daily candles here, and you can see if we draw a line at $1, you guys can see how long we were really above it. It was but a few days, no consolidation above it, just straight up and then straight down, right? Straight down. I mean, this last cycle, it was just pure chaos, basically just moving up without any type of consolidation. And then we ultimately ended up coming all the way back down to some of these levels way over here, right? Way over here. So if we were to say draw a line at these levels, that's where we ultimately came back down to, and we ended up dropping lower. So if you look at this chart, I mean, ADA basically just went straight up, and then it went straight back down. And then we had this long consolidation period, which we called, you know, a great accumulation phase for ADA. And I said before, I mean, you guys know I'm an ADA bull, but I'm also pragmatic. I said years ago that ADA had no business being up here last cycle, that it had no business trading over $1 at that point in its life. But during this phase, during this accumulation phase, I said many times that I thought ADA had business being up at that valuation this market cycle. Okay, so you look at this structure and we look and see, okay, what actually happened. You know, this cycle ADA, I mean, it doesn't even have all the price history here, but you know, it started off at just like a couple cents or so a few months before, and it pretty quickly made that move. If you look at that move, if we were to take a bar pattern from here to, let's say, here, and then overlay it to this bottom right here, you can see just how much more structure there has been to this cycle. I mean, it's been more so, you know, moves up and then sideways for a while, and then, I mean, here's another sideways move, a little bit up and then sideways, and then we got that correction, right? And if we go look at our bull market support band, that's where we ultimately more or less came down to. If we look at it on the weekly time frame, we can probably see it a little bit better. And that's fine, right? It's fine, I think, to come down sometimes and consolidate around the 20-week moving average, and I'm guessing we're going to do it again. We're going to do it several times in the grand scheme of a market cycle. We could even go below it. I mean, we went below it over here, followed by another move up and then sideways. And then some of these moves are only a few weeks of sideways moves, but remember, these are weekly candles. So, I mean, this is about a month in here that it was going sideways. And you can see it a little bit better if we zoom in. Okay, so if you compare that move from, you know, 2018, I mean, when it started at like, say, 8 cents or so, you know, it basically did something like that, right? Where it just went straight up, parabolic, and then straight down. This cycle so far there's more structure to it, right? It's up and then sideways and up and sideways. And then sometimes we come back down and people say, who bought the dip? And then we just go up and sideways. And now we're back in that sideways move. And what's interesting right now is that the 20-week, the bull market support band is sort of coming to us, right? I mean, it now ranges from 66 cents to 76 cents, and it will continue to slowly move up. And if this sort of price action continues, then the 20-week will do something like this, right? It'll slowly start to level off, and then we'll see a cross of the 21-week EMA and the 20-week SMA probably. And if we come back down to it and continue up, great. Or if we just continue up, great as well. I do think that there is value in consolidating above $1. I really do. And I don't think enough people recognize that this is important, right? This is important as we navigate an entire market cycle to have these phases where we're just moving sideways. Remember, the massive blow off top from 2018 was just straight up and straight back down. This is up and sideways and up and sideways. And here we've been going sideways for a couple of months now. To me, this is not what a market cycle top looks like for an altcoin, right? This where it just goes up and sideways. This does not look like a market cycle top to me. Now that doesn't mean, again, it can't come back down, but even if it did, I wouldn't consider that to be the market cycle top. When I envision a market cycle top, I think of more something that looks more like this, right? Where you have weekly candles like this, and then you have one major blow-off wick that is just insane and goes up more than we could possibly imagine in a short time. Over the last year, ADA went from 2 cents to over $1. During the last cycle, it went from 2 cents to $1 in like 2 months. So to gauge, there's so many people that are interested in ADA today because of what it's done over the last year. Imagine how people were feeling back then in 2017 and 2018 when it did what it did this cycle in 1 year. Back then it did it in like 2 months. So you can imagine the euphoria, and then you can also imagine how bad it felt when it just came straight back down. Which is why there's a lot of people that invested in ADA over here that are cautious because they don't want to be caught holding the bags again for 3 years. And I think it's natural for the price to consolidate for a while. There's nothing wrong. I mean, if people were buying over here at 2 cents and they want to take some profits at $1.20, let them do it, right? Maybe they want to go pay off their loans, build a house. Maybe they want to go pay off their car, right? Whatever it is, they can do that. So from my perspective, consolidation above $1 is a good thing. The bull market support band slowly moving up is a good thing. Moves up and sideways are a good thing. Sometimes going back to the bull market support band is a good thing. Sometimes you just have to take a step back and look at how far we've come. If you look at the chart like this, it really shows you how great the chart looks, right? So sometimes just take a step back and we'll navigate slowly the market cycle together. So if you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to go vote on the poll where you think ADA will be at the end of the year, whether you think $1.17 or if you're a lot more bullish and you're thinking $1.21, I do say this in jest, of course. Now watch it in the year at that price, but I say it in a completely kidding manner. And just looking at the fact that there's 575 comments makes me know that I'm sure I ruffled some feathers in there. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like it. If you like the content, let's go for 300,000 subscribers. Give the video a thumbs up. Check out the premium list intothecryptoverse.com. Definitely check that out. We have some exciting things coming in Q2, and you'll get access to a lot of premium content as well. So thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe, click the bell icon to turn on your notifications, give the video a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye.